I'm hit, but not bad. R2, see what you can do with it.
Star Wars! Released in 1983, this is the first entry in a trilogy of Star Wars arcade titles released in the 80s. Not to be confused with the arcade title Star Wars Trilogy, released in the 90s. Taking place during Episode 4, you play as Luke Skywalker piloting an X-Wing on the Rebel assault against the Death Star. You tackle 2 or 3 stages, depending on what difficulty you choose, and at the end of each stage,
Yahoo! You're all clear, kid!
you blow up the Death Star. Oh, spoilers. Let me cover that up, yeah. Anyways, after you don't blow up the Death Star, turn 15 degrees, there's another one to kill, or not kill it, I mean. While there are only 3 stages, or 2 if you play on easy, each of the 3 difficulties are different variations of each stage, adding in more enemies, obstacles, and enemy fire, called fireballs in this game for who knows what reason. The harder the difficulty you complete, the more points you get at the end of each act. There's a trade-off though. In the harder difficulties, you'll be spending a lot of time defending yourself by shooting fireballs. Fireballs in space don't even make sense. Shooting the fireballs instead of hitting high-score targets like TIE fighters and turrets. On the hardest difficulty, you're playing almost completely defensive, but playing offensive at key moments has its benefits, reducing the amount of enemy fire on screen. But playing both defensive and offensive is no easy feat, as you will have 6 to 8 fireballs flying at your face at once. Depending on what stage you're on, you can also avoid these fireballs. The first stage is strictly on rails, so you have no control over your movement. The second stage gives you control of the X-Wing, but it handles rather sluggishly, making it difficult to effectively evade everything. The final stage pretty much gives you full control of the X-Wing, but only in a tiny hallway. As you can see here, you can get hit multiple times without too much concern. And after each act, you restore 1 energy level to your shield. The digitized voices from the movies might be laughable compared to today's standards, but they actually give a surprising sense of urgency when taking damage. It also features a large variety of voice clips, which is surprising given its time. After multiple playthroughs, you can hear new lines of dialogue, from the movie, so old lines of dialogue, that you didn't hear in a previous playthrough.
R2 trying to increase the power. Luke, trust me.
You may be asking, where would I find one of these machines to play? And the answer is, it's probably hard enough to find an arcade in your area, let alone a working Star Wars machine. But fear not! There are other ways. If you have a GameCube or a Nintendo Wii, you can actually get Star Wars Rogue Squadron 3, which includes this title, along with 2 other 80s arcade classics that we will be looking at next. The title is a tremendous value, since you're getting Rogue Squadron 3 itself, all 3 arcade classics, and Rogue Squadron 2, as long as you have another friend to tackle it with you.
Use the force, Luke.